Hey everyone, Band of Badgers here. Dave here from Band of Badgers. That makes more sense. Where is he?
Seriously,
Where's he gone? There he is.
Wow.
Yay!
Hey.
We seem to. Have we?
Do you know what I think it is?
There we
Because
go.
that layout's fixed to 5, isn't it? So
It is.
you know,
It
if
wouldn't let me
you
on.
add to the stage, it doesn't do. It's two
I was like,
buttons.
why is he not appearing? Anyway,
Well,
we're
at least
here.
we
This is
found
Band
out
of
what the car
Badgers.
crash was this week.
Well, as always, there's always something going wrong. How that is even possible, I do not know. But it is not like we even rehearse these things. But I'll say but again.
That's probably what the problem is.
But
I don't think anyone at any point has gone, you know what? I think they just need to work on their rehearsals.
What's that? I don't do that. This is live. You don't do rehearsals for live.
Imagine
Anyway.
God.
Welcome back. This is Band of Badgers. This is our Deadly Quest campaign. And as you're watching us on Twitch, don't forget to check out us on YouTube, youtube.com/Band of Badgers. Anything you can do there to promote us is always good. Like, subscribe, share, that kind of stuff. You know how it works. But other than that, I'm going to hand the ropes over to Ross. Because hopefully it won't be as bad as what I'm doing. Right, Ross, over to you.
Challenge.
Do you
That's
mind
a whole my
before
beer
we
moment,
do,
isn't it?
I actually mentioned something.
Go on, Pat.
I just want to mention that we don't do like a whole intro thing, but I'm up for a crit award for best player for Paizo, for the Paizo games that I do, like Starfinder,
wow.
and stuff. And I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty jazzed. Like I've never really won an award, and I don't try to or anything like that. So I'm pretty pumped for the whole thing. So if anyone likes the way I play and what I do, if you go to critawards.com and vote for me there, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I will put a link in chat.
Cool.
Much obliged.
And congratulations.
Yes,
Thank you. Yeah, being a nominee is weird. It feels weird to like self-advertise, but I'm like, oh man, that's cool.
Gotta do it, man. You gotta do
That
it.
is really cool.
But cool.
Oh, sorry, it's critawards.org. Sorry.
Cool. Steve will share a link so everyone can get it and go and vote. And I voted as well, Pan. I've already looked through. There's loads of people
Oh,
to
thank
vote
you.
for. And you got my vote.
I'd love to be said I voted as well. Not for you though. Fuck that. This other guy.
Yeah, I would've voted.
I went there.
What else?
There was loads more other interesting people than you, and I thought, well, I want to get my vote.
I saw the other
Because
guys on the list. I was like, wow, that guy's cool. Fuck that.
The thing is, I would do that, and I would tell you to your face. If that had happened, I'm the sort of person who would go, yeah, I did vote, but not for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
But I did vote for you. So it's good.
Oh.
It's good.
So did I.
Thank you guys.
But cool. Something I want to share. I don't think you can see it. If the camera will refocus or not. Maybe it won't. I did a little bit.
I
this is-
recognize that die
Yeah.
face.
Mhm.
This is the dice that I'm going to be using this evening, and hopefully for
Oh.
the rest of the adventure, if it does well.
We're fucked, guys.
And it's from
Yeah, what do you mean for the
Dragonborn Industries. So
Hey.
check out that cool dice, Dragonborn Industries. Ian, the Dragonborn Bard. Hello, Ian.
And
but
Ross,
yeah,
where did
sort of
you
shit.
pick up that wonderful dice?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Dave. I picked it up at BadgerCon 2024. It is 2024, yeah. 2024.
Now you sound like me. You see, what year am I?
Where I
from?
wasn't
No
there.
idea.
Do we? We don't have a link for that. That's a shame. We do have a link for merch. There you go. You can have that one instead.
There's a link for merch, but yeah, the BadgerCon barbecue is done, so you got to wait till next year now,
But hey, next year maybe.
2025.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything they want to share?
Nope.
It's taken
Cool.
on the
It's a
stage.
dangerous thing to
Not
ask
at
out
the
loud.
moment.
Isn't it?
I'm too hot.
That's a pretty strange thing on my back. In that case, I think we've plugged everything. Is everyone ready to play some D&D?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very ready.
Cool. Steve, let's play the intro video, which I love. Smooth. Just so smooth.
Push the buttons. love that music.
Just quickly, then, before we get aside, maybe we should rehearse some of these bits. You can put that out there. We can talk about that offline. But, you know, maybe we should
we're halfway through. We're halfway through.
I normally just
It's
wait
not
for him
gonna
to shout,
improve.
"Steve, push the button." Then that's my cue to push something.
And
I have
can
been
say
known
that,
to
but-
push buttons, and at the same time,
Hey,
Dave pushes a button, undoes what I've pushed. So
I was ready to push the button, but Ross said Steve push the button, so I was like, hey, he doesn't need me. So I was fine.
Handing
Yeah,
over
well,
the reins.
Yeah. I'm going to say Dave and Steve push the button next time you wait.
It will go on and off. On and off.
Cool. So let's recap what happened last session
Yeah.
and get into the world of the continent of Snilmerg. So last time you headed to Bormir, you met the Drow, for some of you for the first time, for some of you it's familiar experience and some familiar faces. You went to see the Empress, who is a girl boss and was awesome. At least from what you saw anyway. And she was about to talk to you about something very important and then got interrupted by someone. And then she gave you a little job just to prove yourselves, which you duly took. And she promised to pay you for it because she's not a monster. And so you went to the gateway. She teleported you there roughly accurately. And you went and dealt with some creatures that had escaped. An expert use of Wall of Thorns by your druid did massively help you there. And then you managed to seal the gate. A couple of creatures escaped, which definitely won't come back at any point. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. But that's where we are. So we are now at Mrs. Bemble-Bomber. You saw some tracks on the floor, some footprints leading into the forest. But we are by the side of Linwich Mountains. The gate is sealed. It's not a gate anymore. It's just like a solid thing of metal and wood and stone. So it doesn't act as a gate, and you can hear thumping on the other side. But you're relatively safe where you are. You've got a bit of time. Neshka, for your use of Wall of Thorns, I didn't get a chance to do it last session because we were so busy. You can have inspiration because that's a really good use of your magic item.
Thank you.
And that spell.
Well done.
And you took out 2 creatures in one go really easily. And those creatures were meant to be a bit more fun for me, but that's okay. I don't take it personally. It's a really good use.
I've been there. I've been there as a DM.
Yeah, you demolished them. And
I'm
it was
sorry.
But cool. So that's where we're at. What would you all like to do as you are stood outside the mountains and Mrs. Bemble-Bomber has seen these footprints?
I think I'll kind of call out to everyone. Dearies, I've got some mucky buggers led an awful trail of mess across here, but it might lead us somewhere useful.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Wait, when you say mucky, you mean like mud, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have a wee closer look.
It's mud.
Okay.
It is mud. And blood. There is some blood mixed in with it as well.
Mud and a wee bit of the good red stuff. Not wine.
Okay. I'd come over to check it out as well and see where the tracks lead. Is everybody okay? Do we need patching up?
I have some small wounds, but nothing to be really concerned about.
Kingsman, how are you doing?
I'm just holding my insides on the inside. It's okay. I can just shrug it off.
Oh yeah, I was down to 4 hit points last time.
Yeah, if you want to take a short rest here, you can. If not, there is, you can.
I think maybe just like if we just catch our breath a bit before we, jump after our mucky friend here.
Cool. Whilst you'll do that,
Table, I'm just calling for a short rest. If we score that.
yeah, short rest. Roll your hit dice if you want to get some hit points back. Vaughan has got some spell slots if people want some cure wounds. He can help out with that a little bit if you aren't feeling great still after your short rest.
Oh yeah, he's with us as well. I did not forget he existed.
He's very quiet and
Yeah.
he won't make a big fuss unless he's called upon.
Cool. I tap him up. I'm like, hey, good looking out.
Always happy to help. I probably should have got involved a little bit sooner, but I thought it was headed and then didn't. So.
I was fine. Good job. Thanks. I appreciate the offer of help as well. I'm good.
Get back on track.
Again?
I don't think anyone else has been quite here at all.
Yeah, sound
Steve,
seems to have gone.
It sounds off, yeah.
Sound has gone, yeah.
I think our sound is okay. It might be Ross.
You're fine. Pan was
Yeah.
dropping out and Ross was
Everybody
dropping out.
else sounds okay.
Do I sound any better now? I haven't done anything, but do I sound better?
Yes.
Yes.
Weirdly, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Better.
Okay.
Normal. Better.
you can hear me clearly. That's not breaking.
There we go.
Yeah, yes, I
There
think
we
Yeah,
go.
cool. Yeah, I'll do my words carefully. That's fine. Cool.
It's
Paul, what
going
were
to
you
be
saying?
one of those games.
Yes, that's what I said. Paul, what were you saying to Vaughan?
Oh, he was just saying, hey, thanks for good looking out. So I'll just speak like that. Hey, good looking out, man. Appreciate the help.
Always happy to help.
If any of the guys
And-
need a little boosting up, you could help out with that. I've only got so
Wonderful.
much charge.
If anyone wants
Okay.
anything, I can help out. It's fine.
Cool. Do I need to roll insight to look at Kingsman, or is it really obvious that Kingsman could use a
It's
hand?
so obvious.
Okay, all right.
Because I know how many hit points he had. He is very obviously badly hurt.
Right.
So,
Right.
if we're doing a short rest, then I've just used my hit dice.
Yeah, I've
to
done a short
get
rest.
I've used my hit dice, but I've also cast Cure Wounds. If anybody else needs it, I can do that for them too.
I'm good. I've used my hit, so I'm okay. I thought that I wasn't sure if King was like on 1 or something and needed like a real top up.
I think it was on like 12, I think, from memory.
Okay, that's still rough.
Badly hurt.
Oh, we're all pretty rough. Okay.
Has anyone got any wounds left?
I got like 3.
I'm-
I'm okay.
I'm down a few hit points, but
Yeah, I'm fine.
Unscathed.
I'll save lay on hands in case it becomes an emergency.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and as you're all taking this rest, you will notice like Vaughan has this conversation with you far, and then he pulls out this small stone that he doesn't hide or anything, and you can see it's got like the profile of a drow face, the side of a drow face on it.
Yeah.
And then he wanders away from the group and speaks in a language that only Shaith understands. Are you listening, Shaith?
Yes.
Cool. Then you hear him as he says, Belalian, I'm just letting you know, the gateway is like totally sealed. Managed to do that. Couple of monsters escaped, just the rust monster and the Krithuk, but it'll be fine. We'll catch them later on. But there's like some footprints. I think I don't know what they'll be doing, but I'll stay with them. And he gets no response. And he looks a little bit disappointed and puts it away.
Oh.
Oof.
So, Vaughan, you're familiar with this area. We can track, I'm sure, but maybe you can follow the footprints. Where do you think they would lead? Is there anything local to us? Is where one of the drow outposts near here?
Oh, yes, and he points towards the tree line where Mrs. Bemble, Bomble, and Far are, and he points to the tree line and then moves his finger up. And if you follow it, you see the top of a stone tower with like a glass viewing platform on it, which doesn't look too far away. Well, there's some guard buildings over there, the barracks for this lot. They're that way. We can go through the forest if you want to, or we can go on the road. I don't mind.
Okay. I think we'll follow the footprints, but I suspect they're leading to the barracks.
Yep, I'd agree.
if we go
So,
through the
which of us
forest,
is the best tracker? I have no skills in that department at all.
I look at the druid and go, probably the druid.
I'm pretty good at tracking.
Then you take the lead, Nishka.
All right. So I will. So we've agreed to go through the trees, right?
Reach this.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's go.
Cool. So you make a survival check and see how well you can follow the tracks. It's not a very high DC.
21.
It's definitely not that high. Yeah, it was DC 14 basically. Did
Okay.
it quite well. So you're able to follow through the forest as you do. It's not a very dense forest here. It's quite easy for you all to move, but not as a pack. Like you would have to be separated out or in like a line if you wanted to walk through. It's relatively quiet here. There's the odd bird chirping and flying around and moving through, but nothing particularly out of the ordinary. The trail that you follow, as you pay more attention to it, Neshka, and you start to look at it more, you can see multiple, like maybe 10 different sets of footprints overlapping here with the pressure and with the different size of feet. There's some smaller ones, some bigger ones, but they're all humanoid. But you can tell there's like quite a few different sets with blood periodically being dropped into the footprints that you would suspect came from one of the individuals in this group.
Okay. I will definitely let everyone know how many people have been through here.
Cool. And as you walk for about half an hour, like nothing happens, nothing attacks you. You see nothing in the wood. You don't even see the rust monster that has run off through these woods. It is hiding from you. But eventually, you come to like an iron fence, basically that is broken and been ripped by something, and the stone base that it is on is slightly damaged. You could climb over it, and you can start to see now the edge of the forest beyond that, and some buildings, some more buildings, not just the tower.
Does it look like it's been damaged by a rust monster?
No rolls for anyone for this one. This is brute force. Someone has brute forced this iron fence and
So like
pillar.
grabbed it and pulled it apart.
Yeah.
All right. I will keep following the trail.
Cool. Anyone else doing anything while Neshka does this?
No.
Following along, keeping eyes out, but trusting
Yep.
Neshka's tracking abilities.
Same.
Oh,
Cool. She is
I'll
doing a
say-
very good job.
I'll say to Vaughan, that you say is the barracks, correct?
Yep.
How many people would normally be stationed there? And I presume someone would be on guard.
So there should be 2 on the gateway, 1 in the tower, and 1 in the.
Ross.
We lost you again.
We lost your sound again, Ross. It sounded like you was underwater.
Cool. I don't know what's going on there.
You're back. You're back.
How much did you get?
There was
Nothing.
2 on the gate, 1 in the tower. That's and then after
Cool.
that it went.
Probably counting on fingers is what you saw basically doing that. So I will just 2 in the gate, 1 in the tower, 1 in the guard post, 2 sleeping, and 2 spares is what he told you.
Okay, so there should be at least 3 people we should be able to see, and I don't see anyone. Vaughan.
Nope, it's very odd that we can't see anyone. I mean, obviously there's 2 at the gateway that are dead. There's 1 in Boromir who is dead. So there's only like 5 that we're looking for.
But there should be somebody in the tower, correct?
Oh yes, right at the top.
So if I look up, I can't see anyone, can I?
So from where you are at the moment, you've still got the canopy of the trees, and you can't see the top of the tower
Okay.
anymore. But when you looked before, when he pointed it out, you definitely wouldn't have been able to make anyone out. And it's a glass all the way around the top, so it is like a proper viewing tower. And there was no one there.
Okay. I think we should move forward cautiously. It's obvious where they've gone, so I don't think we need to follow their tracks anymore. Should we go back to a more military formation? Kingsman and I
I
at the
agree.
front.
Sure, sounds good. Let's keep our eyes open.
Okay. Can we move forwards like 2 by 2 now? Is that possible?
It gets to that point quite quickly. After a few minutes, you do come to like the edge of the tree line, and beyond that, you can now see the tower. It is like 60 foot high, so you cannot see in the top of it from where you are. It's still acute an angle, but you can see a building to your right that looks like a home, and that is probably all you can see. But Dave, if we can bring up the Gar buildings map, that'd be great to show everyone.
Spooky.
Ooh.
But what I will tell you, what Dave is doing, that you're at the front, and like Neshka, you can still track the tracks. They are going in the same direction, but as you get out of the tree line, they split into 2 directions. One goes to the tower, and one seems to go to a window in the like house-looking building. And I'll just move you all to where you are. I'll let you put yourselves in the order that you're in, but basically you're up on the top left, pretty much. And you can see most of the buildings here are stone, like they're stone. They've probably got a wooden internal frame that Ch02 would definitely know that, and most of you would recognise it. But they're pretty simple, not very well cared for or maintained buildings. What would you like to do?
Can we see this hut here?
Which one?
How do I make it point at things?
It's your right mouse button.
Right click.
Oh yeah, there we go. Can we see this hut here?
No, you can't see that building though. Not from where you are. It's obscured by the tower. Kingsman, you could probably see this building over here, which is on the other side of what you can now see is more of the metal fence.
And this building to our left here is this big round thing?
That's the tower. That's the circular
Ah,
tower
yes.
that goes up. And then this is the what you would guess it looks like a home, like a single-story home.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
just sticking behind Kingsman and Shafe as they lead. Keep my eyes open.
I'm going to move out into the centre to try and see where the entrance to the tower is.
Cool.
At which point I go, oh, check it out.
It is
Yeah.
where that torchlight is. That is where the entrance is.
Yeah.
It's just a singular wooden door that is closed.
I go and open that door then. I'm intending to go to the top of the tower.
Cool. So you just open the door.
Well, sure. Like run away.
Cool, no worries. It's unlocked and it just opens relatively well oiled. It doesn't creak or anything like that. In the bottom, what you can immediately see is some crates, and there is a table and some chairs. You think for almost resting. There's a candle that isn't lit, and then there are stairs that wind around the outside of the tower and lead up to the top.
Okay. I will start climbing the stairs.
Are you being quiet, or are you just marching ahead?
I don't do quiet. I can attempt to try quiet, but I will ultimately fail at doing so. So why bother? I will just walk normally up the stairs.
And as you walk, this is like a hollow tower, like made of stone. These are stone steps, so it's like dung, 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 and it echoes around this tower. It would be an incredibly difficult stealth check for you to actually get up this quietly. But you eventually get to the top, and you can now see this. It's got like a wooden base. There is a bed up here. There is another chair, but it is very sparse. That is it up here. And it is glass all the way around, so you can see like 360 degrees all around the nearby area if you wanted to look.
I'm going to look out of the tower and just see what I can see in all directions. See if I can get a better view on this area as well by looking down. See if there's anyone hidden behind the buildings, for example, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so let me just see. No, that's fine. Cool. So as you look out, you can see now. tell that this viewing platform is perfectly measured and placed. You can see the gateway from where you are if you look that way, and then you can see the edge of Limwich Mountains that then leads up to the sky. You can see the forest surrounding you, and there is forest like all around these set of guard buildings. And just over to the opposite direction, like east, you can see what looks like a small village that is not too far, maybe an hour away. Other than that, it's pretty much forests, sparse lands. There's roads you can see, but there's not a lot of other towns nearby.
And can I see the bodies on the floor? So I think there's some behind this building here on the map.
So
and
you
then
definitely can't see them, but you
see
can
the two in
see
front. Yeah.
these two that are in front of. What you could tell as you walk past is a stables and not like a hut. It's a stables.
The gates in the fence here, they are closed, aren't they?
Yep, and they look perfectly. They're not bolted or padlocked or anything because they don't have to do that here because they've always got someone on duty. But yeah, looks perfectly intact and undamaged.
Okay, I will yell down. There's two dead people outside the stables.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Farhu was like already going over to check on them. Didn't know they were dead. He's just like, yeah, thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
See how these guys are doing.
Are you doing that quietly at all, Far? Or are you just wandering around?
I think there's definitely been like some stuff going on here. So like
As Far approaches, I'll just yell down again. That's right, Far. Those two. They're either dead or they've been drinking red wine and fallen asleep.
But the rest of this map, we're just going to put stealth to one side, and like no one has a stealth skill at the moment.
There's a sign on the stables that says wet paint.
These guys fell asleep painting the stables.
Cool. But
if it appears that he can't hear me, I'll smash one of the panes of glass so I can yell straight out into the open air.
So I will pre-warn you. These are massive, like 8 to 9 feet panes of glass. Right. They are very strong, and if you do smash one, you will seriously hurt yourself.
Right.
I will
also step away because they're probably triggering my vertigo.
Yes. Yes, you're scared of heights. I forgot about that. Cool. So Far, as you get this yell from Shaith, you go over and you see these dead bodies. Make me a perception check, please. This isn't related to the dead bodies.
They're definitely bodies. Oh, that's 24.
24. Excellent. So what you can hear, and it isn't the bodies here, you can tell that through these two wooden double doors here to the stables that have a bar across them, like a wooden bar wedged across them, the noise you can hear is, and sorry for anyone that's got misophonia, is
okay.
Oh no.
Like something is being eaten and crunched, and you can hear bones being crunched by something, but something is definitely eaten.
All right, so I'm going to. Can I see the others as well? Actually, I'll point up to Shaith as well. I'm gonna make a cross sign so they don't talk back, and then point at the stables and make like a monster effect, like so no sound. Just read that and kind of
Shaith, make me an insight check, please.
Oh god.
I was on mute.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can tell the face it didn't look good.
It was I said 17 on the dice, so that's a 17.
Brilliant. Cool. So you do figure out what Far is trying to communicate to you, like not to respond, and that there's some monsters or creatures inside the stables that are down there.
Just give him the universal sign of acknowledgement.
Great. Yeah, I do the same as I scurry away.
Cool. So you scurry away. As you do, Far, you hear a poof poof as something bangs on the other side of those doors, but they are stopped at getting out by the wooden bar that is across the doors.
Right. Okay. I'll make it back to the others and just appraise them the situation.
Cool. What are the rest of you doing whilst the other two are wandering around making an incredible amount of noise?
I'm trying not to.
Is there still evidence of like blood splatters amongst the footprints?
Yes, there are.
Is there a particular direction that they are heading?
They seem to split up in two, but most of them do seem to go down the edge of this building, and there is a window
Okay.
half down that you can see.
Fabulous. I would like to follow that to the window then, stealthily, specifically. Subsuming stealth check?
Yeah, and because you've gone in a different direction, you probably might get away with this, because anything that is listening will be absolutely listening to the two making loads of noise over there.
That's a 17.
Yeah, cool. No worries.
Yeah, and I'll have a little look, see if I can see anything through the window.
Cool. So you do have to like tippy toe it up because you are short, but you are able to see that this leads into a corridor. The window is shut, but you can tell it's not locked just by looking at it. The latch isn't across. To the left of the corridor are two doors, and to the right is another doorway about halfway down. And then you can see that it leads to almost like a kitchen area, and then the room curves around to the right, and obviously you can't see beyond that from where you are.
Okay. I'd then like to kind of continue on and sort of do a sweep of the building to check for like entrances, exits, potential points of entry.
Cool. Which way round are you going?
I will continue on my little trajectory and kind of down and around.
Cool. As you go around, you see two dead bodies. They're both drow, one man and one woman, but they are both dead. There's blood around them. There is like a crossbow and a dagger there, but other than that, there's not a lot.
I will take the dagger, and I will take any arrows that they have on them.
There are crossbow bolts, but no arrows.
I will take the bolts.
Cool.
Well, you're not using it, and kind of like stash them about my person.
Cool. Yeah, you got just a normal dagger and then some more crossbow bolts. That's
Lovely.
fine. Do you want to look at the bodies at all, or are you happy just to carry
Yeah,
on?
I will. I will also look at the bodies as I'm looting them. Yes.
You can make a perception or a medicine check if you want to look over. If you want to find out how they were killed or something like that, you can do that.
Let's do perception on that one. Ooh, 23.
Repeated stab wounds with daggers, multiple daggers, but a lot of stab wounds.
Okay.
Like beyond, and you would probably know about this and would have, seen people do it.
Yeah.
Beyond the necessary point, like they were already down and the person kept going, and maybe just because.
Oh well, that's overkill and a half. And I will keep scuttling around.
Cool.
Just doing a nice little walk around.
Okay, so there is a door here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I will keep making you move, and there will be reasons that you'll find out in a minute. But there's a doorway there, like a main doorway. It's a simple wooden door. Doesn't stand out, nothing special about it.
Can I check just to see if it's locked or barred in any way?
Not barred. How would you like to check if it is locked or not?
I'll just put my little thieves' tools in and just have like a. I think not actively trying to unlock it at the moment, but just kind of having a little route around and feeling it out.
Yeah, it's definitely unlocked. You can tell that all the catches, all the bolts are up and stuff. It's absolutely unlocked.
Lovely. Got your number, Dory. And yeah, I will continue having my lovely little afternoon walk.
Just a nice little stroll. Make me a perception check for me, please.
17.
Okay, cool. I will tell you what you see in a minute. Neshka and Kingsman, what are you up to while the other two shout at each other from a tower that is very high up and at the bottom? And then your elderly or older, sorry, Mr. Noble, your older gnome, Rogue, just wanders around the building and just wanders up. But you do lose her as well. Like she disappears, like you don't know where she's gone.
I think I'll wander around the opposite
mute,
side
Dave.
of the building to sort of meet up with Mrs. Bumblebumble on the other side eventually. But
Okay.
just like sort of keeping close to the wall.
Yeah, and as you go around, you see here there's like some barrels that for collecting rainwater, that clearly would be used for whatever water reasons they needed, whatever water jobs they had, like bathing maybe or drinking. And you can also see 2 windows on this side of the building.
I'd like to have a look in those windows.
Cool. Yeah. As you look in, and Dave, I'm quite happy to take off the fog of war for this bit. So you look through, and you see the nearest bit to you is clearly like a kitchen area. There's counters, there's cabinets, there are like knives and things being cut on the top. But beyond that, you see what would be a living space. And it is trashed. Bookshelves pulled over, the dining room table just demolished. The sofas appear to have been like cut with daggers. Even from where you are, you can see like the clean cuts through the cloth. And it's a bit chaotic.
Daggers out here.
Someone was looking for something. Okay, I'll continue around the building and meet up with Mrs. Bumblebumble.
Cool. Make me
Let her know.
No.
Make a perception check.
Yes, please.
Okay. 20.
Cool. No worries. Kingsman, what are you up to whilst everyone is wandering off and leaving you alone?
I've just been standing there, kind of jaw hanging open, completely aghast. We've got Far and Shafe just basically shouting at each other and trying to communicate, and I'm like, how are these people still alive? Not realizing that Mrs. Bumble has gone for a little stroll, and not even sort of taking it all in that Neshka's gone round the front of me. I'm just, how are these two having a conversation? We've just been followed. We've been attacked with monsters. We've survived that. We had a short rest. We've been following bloody footprints. You two are like, oh, have you seen anyone? No, I haven't, mate. Have you? No. I don't
I'm
know.
the one shouting
Have you
out
seen
from the
anything?
top of a huge tower. What's going
So
on?
know
you're
what I'm
just
saying.
using like
And then
hand
Far
signals.
goes,
He got it.
If you want to, you make an insight check to figure out what Far was trying to signal if you're not sure.
Yeah.
I think I don't need to with that one, but then
That's-
He's found a bear trap.
yeah, it's found better. Do I see or
Introduce bear
hear
trap.
the barn doors like poof, poof?
Oh, yeah, absolutely you do, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm fine with the fact the bar is on the outside. I am more than happy with that.
Cool. Okay, so Mrs. Bumble and Neshka, as you walk and meet up, what you hear, and the reason for your perception checks, was you just hear like a groan of someone in pain.
Oh.
And it is coming from over here, where on the map there is conveniently, obviously, a blood spatter.
Oh dear, I think I heard a groan from that conveniently placed blood splatter.
I think so too. Someone might be in trouble.
Oh well, poor them.
I think I'll go check it out.
Oh, that's nice, dear. Oh, I'll come with you then. All right, if you're being good Samaritans. Don't run
Just
so
off
fast
your
now.
shoulder, Kingsman, you just hear Vaughan go, are they always like this? How just they are always? Or is this like unusual for this lot?
No, this is usual. Yeah.
Cool. So you stay on the inside of the fence, Mrs. Bumble and Neshka.
Yeah, I just want to see what I can see right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Dave, have I got a token for the gentleman that is there?
Yep. Let me see.
I think I'll clamber up on this conveniently placed stump to try and see a little bit better.
Yeah,
On the
and it
right
is a
hand
stump.
side.
Excellent. Thank you, Dave. So what you see there, I'm loving the order you've done this in and how I've written it, of all the different things you can do. You see, wearing a guard uniform, what is clearly one of the guards of the gateway from Drudan, a drow with a bald head and a chin beard, like part of a goatee, just bleeding and like trying to hold his wounds, but is absolutely not stopping. Thank you, Dave. Is not stopping what appears to be blood coming out of his body.
Hello, dear. Are you all right?
He looks around as he can't see you from where he is. Oh no! The gods are punishing me. I hear voices.
Yeah, that'll be it. Fear me. You've got to have a bit of fun with them, dear.
Fucking with this guy at the end of his life.
You don't have to fear me. Who did this?
It was the twins did it. Yeah, and he vomits up this black ichor that comes out of his mouth as he tries to speak again.
You should get that checked.
I would like to go and try to cure him.
Cool. You can climb over the fence if you want, or you can go out the gate. It's entirely up to you, whichever you would like to do.
I think I'm going to wild shape and fly over it.
Cool. Yeah. Ooh. Are you sturging? Are you?
Yeah, sturge or like a hawk or something.
Yeah, no worries. You can get to the other side, and I assume come out of your wild shape, or are you staying in it?
Since I can cast spells in my wild shape, I'm going to stay in it for now, because cool. I can now cast spells while wild shaped.
Healing spells, yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So I will just put out you were a hawk. You speak hawk, and he does not speak hawk. So he just sees a hawk fly over. Oh, the gods are punishing me now. Oh no, what the fuck? Yeah. He vomits.
Voices, animals. This is having a weird death.
Yeah.
Okay, and I am going to use cure wounds on him, hopefully.
Cool. Make me a perception check or a medicine check before you do.
Okay.
And you can do it with advantage because of what happened at the throne room last session.
Oh wow. 23.
Yes, as you look and you go to put your wings on this, or your claws, wings or claws, which you're going to put on.
Wings. I'll use my wings. It's nicer.
As you go to, you've seen this black ichor come out of his mouth, and then in the wounds, like coming out of it, you see more black ichor, and you start to see his face go gaunt and age in front of you, and you realise that the guard at the throne room had the same thing, where he had the black ichor coming out of him, and you tried to heal him, I believe. Shade did, and that didn't go very well for him. It ended very badly for Shade. Well, he took a bit of damage.
I will not do that. Yeah, if it didn't work before, it's not going to work this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll drop my wild shape then, and I will I'll ask him, why did this happen? Were they looking for something? What were they doing?
They were meant to help us get them out. This wasn't what we agreed with the Willmaker. This shouldn't have happened. The twins betrayed us. Yeah.
I think he died.
He's very close.
Ask him who the twins are, dearie.
Who are the twins?
Oh no, you've asked me a question I was expecting. Stand by. So Wendell and Sex. This is not how it is meant to go. They're meant to help us get more out, but they didn't. They're doing something. And this time he vomits, and as he does, the black ichor comes out, and his face just shrivels.
Wow.
What should be an ageless drow in a moment ages significantly, and dies in front of you. If you didn't catch what he said, let me know and I will repeat it.
So yeah, he said this is not what we agreed. And what else was there?
He said it's not what we agreed. He mentioned the Willmaker. he mentioned the names Wendell and Sachs as the twins.
Okay, I will.
Did you also say they were supposed to help get more out?
Yes. Yep, he also said about trying to help get people out is what they were meant to do.
I will. I'll go back through the gate this time, I think, and let everyone else, starting with Miss Spitball, let them know what was said.
Oh, well, what a mystery, eh? You didn't touch any of that black stuff, did you, dearie? It didn't look very healthy.
No,
Oh.
it really didn't.
All right, show me your hands. And the other way. Fabulous. And I'll give her a buttered candy.
Thank you.
Give the bad guy if you're not touching the back again.
Yeah. Positive reinforcement.
I like it. Shafe, before you came down from the viewing tower, did you have a look around or anything, or did you just accept what you saw was what you saw?
No, I had a full 360-degree wander around, having a look for what I could see. I saw the village. It was not too far away, about an hour away. So if there was anything in the forest I could see, or anything in front of the gates, that's all.
What about the viewing tower of just the bed and the chair?
I will have a look at those, yes. Do you want me to
Cool.
roll an investigation check?
You can roll investigation or perception if you want. I was going to let you have it because you've spent quite a bit of time.
I'll have
there.
it, yeah. I'll just take it.
Cool. What you notice is the footprints that came up and followed round. Because you were concentrating to get to the top, you realise the muddy footprints have come up here. They came to the top and they go to the end of the bed where there is like a dust mark, and etched in it is medicine. So you would assume that a medicine kit was taken from the back of the bottom of the bed.
Okay. I shall relay that information to Neska when she comes back.
Cool. Far, you have heard several bangs, by the way, on the door. Like whatever's inside has not given up yet.
Are we opening the stable?
What's up with that?
Should we open the stable? It sounds like there's something inside.
I mean, do we have to?
I think if you look at what the scene is telling us, the whatever's in there has been boarded up in there.
Boarded up by who? Everybody outside is dead.
I mean,
maybe that was the last thing they did.
Yeah.
Oh, might be a well-off thought. You know, I'm in my golden years, so the mind's not what it used to be. But if that wee chap over there with the haunted face did say that they were trying to get more out. Now, I've kept a wee exotic pet or two in my stables in my years, so perhaps, given that the little gateway over yonder was open, and there's a sort of like a bunch of munch in here, perhaps they were trying to take some of the monsters out and keep them in here, and trying to get more as them. I'm a silly old woman. Don't listen to me.
Well, I mean, that would make sense. Why they want the monsters is the question, but I guess if these guards trap one in here and then dies of their wounds, then yeah, it makes sense. I just think that maybe we should have a look around first before we start slapping up whatever's in there.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Does it look like the bar will hold it? Has it taken any sort of damage at all?
Not yet. Looks like it's holding up so far.
Okay, so are we gonna split? Shall we? One set of us go in the bigger building that you look through the window of into the kitchen, and then should we go and explore the other building on the outside, see what's in there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should take this thing out anyway because it's dangerous just to leave a wild monster about. But first, beforehand, we should have a look around first in rooms that are less monstered.
Hopefully,
well, we don't know what's
hopefully
in
less
there.
monstered.
Other than it doesn't seem to speak.
You think it could be friendly?
No, but we don't know what's in there. Could be a bear, could be a lion.
Oh,
If it was a
makes
sense.
bear or a lion, I could speak to it.
yeah, that actually makes sense. It was just an ordinary animal. Are there any windows to the stable? It's just like one solid room.
No, solid walls. You can go and inspect the stables a little bit more if you would like to.
I was just thinking that see me, I've gone straight to whatever is it. I've gone, dead inside, don't open. I've gone
Right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
and I can see that on the map there is some hay, and I'm thinking get the hay, put it to the front door, and then just set it on fire. Let it burn.
But what if it's a thing that likes fire?
I walk off in disgust at that suggestion.
What if it's
Okay.
not something that is
Actually, what's up on the
actually
map as well?
Okay, well, you know what? We can come to that, but let's think about it while we're doing the rest of this place, huh? Did you guys get a good look inside that building?
Oh, proper
I saw-
mess.
Yes, it looks like it's been torn apart, like someone was looking for something.
You could check it out. Maybe there might be some clues.
Oh, I should probably also mention at the back of that wee building, there's a couple of persons who've been brutally stabbed.
Did you stab people?
No, not this time. I dare, don't you? No, and it's sort of like just kind of making a bit of a show of wiping off a dagger on her skirts a little bit.
Can I roll history to see if I can still remember?
Yes, you can roll history. That's fine.
Oh.
far like squints real hard. He's like, wait a minute.
So suspicious. Roll low. Please roll low because this is hilarious.
God, I'm gonna fail again. I know it. 17.
Okay. So what you remember about Mrs. Bumble is that it is a very famous name. Her name is very famous, and that fits in with the way other people have reacted, like the Empress and the guards, and some other people you've interacted with on your journey so far. But you still cannot place quite where from. But you feel like if it's in your circle of like your backstory of like being a smuggler and like that sort of underworld sort of thing, but you can't quite place where it is.
It's like you've heard the name Al Capone from somewhere, but I just can't think. Where.
Just can't quite pin it down. Just quickly, Mrs. Bumble and Neshka, when you relay what the chap that is now dead said, do you relay the information about the twins, about Wendell and Sachs, in front of Vaughan?
Yeah.
Cool. He will put his hand up at the back of the group, slightly obscured probably by Kingsman and Shane, but like he raises it.
Yes.
Dearie, in the back.
Oh, I know the twins. They're two little shits. They're very murderous. They're like daggers for hire. They're very bad. If they're involved, like it's probably pretty bad.
Do you know where we can find them?
Oh no, like they travel around quite a bit. But they've got a cousin as well, Senka. Like they're really bad. Like you think the twins are bad, like stab. They're vicious. Senka is vicious.
I'm going to take
We
some time
have,
to look in this building. Just a
I
peek.
think we have
around.
more questions to ask people when we leave here.
For the time being, should we go and check that wee house out?
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Let's do that and deal with the stables later.
Yeah,
Stop
if the
running.
creature can't get out right now, then I'm okay to come back and stab it later. Or punch it later. I'll do a lot of stabbing.
Kingsman, as you walk past, you just hear a crack of wood. It's just a splinter, but you see the bar across the stables just splinter a small amount as whatever is inside bangs on it.
Just as far as saying that was a massive pain. It's probably fine. It's going to be there for ages. Don't worry about it. There are no problems coming our way.
I'm thinking more that I'm gonna stay and watch the barn, and if whatever comes out, I'll let you know.
Cool.
Smart thinking, big man. And I'm going
No worries.
to peer around in this building.
I'll stay by the window so you can see me.
Nice.
Smart. Cool. You can make an invest. What are you doing here, Pan? Far. Sorry. Are you searching, or are you like getting hands-on? Are you just looking and smelling and?
Yeah, this is a
trying
full
to hear
hands-on.
things?
I figure there would have been some reason these people turned this place upside down, some kind of evidence somewhere, a burned plan, something. So I'm definitely like having a good old sniff around.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
Um,
Mrs. Bemble Bomble and Neshka, are you also searching around and looking through things?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I'm going to be searching through this like pile of broken furniture and books and things.
Cool.
I'll check the furniture.
Cool. Yeah, anyone that's hands-on investigation check. Far, what did you get for your investigation check?
Far goddamn, Far got 6.
Like, it's really messy. There's a lot going on around here, and you're a bit distracted because there is a smell coming from the kitchen, like a nice smell
Ooh.
of quite a nice. You can see a bit of bread, like a loaf that is on the kitchen counter
Just
that smells
slide that
really
into my
nice.
pack.
Cool. You can add 5 portions of drow loaf to your inventory.
Ooh.
Nice.
I got a 7.
Neshka, like, you're looking through the furniture, it's just cut up, like really badly cut up. There's like stuffing's pulled out, but there's nothing there to find. You can't find anything. Mrs. Bemble Bomble, how did you get on?
Got a 17.
Cool.
All right.
So Far and Neshka are moving around, and you're just very like sort of studiously thoroughly going through things. You're used to searching through things to find what you want. So I've got lots of things to tell you about. Not all of it is relevant though.
Cool.
The bookshelves. You see like several different books that are thrown. The one on the table you spot is called Stories of the Underdark, and it tells tales of like hideous creatures who eat drow people. And it's like just like horror stories. It has a stamp on the front of it that says Empress Amalika's Book of the Week. You also find like how to cook in Drudan, like how to use all the natural things that occur, and it's about like using minimal supplies and stuff. It's real survival stuff, and there is a recipe for drow loaf in there. Far's found that. You also find some legal documents. There are 7 wills that you find scattered about as though they've been thrown about from the bookshelf, all from the same will-making company, which is Life, Death, and Beyond. And there is an address on it, which is for a small town called Ilanthea.
Cool.
And you also find some guard rotas, detailing like whose shift it would be, what position they would be in, because they all take it in turns to be at the gateway, to be in the tower, to be in the guard post, to sleep, and to be spare. They rotate round.
Oh, it's like a barracks. I thought it was a house.
So it is, but it is like their barracks basically. It's but it's really small. Like that, it's not big enough for 8 people.
Right.
You can
Okay.
easily tell that. But you can tell in there that they do 12-hour shifts. It's like a 3-month rotation out here before they get taken somewhere else. And this was the penultimate week of this squad's tour. And one of the guards recently swapped their shift to work like 36 hours in a row, which is, you can see in the patterns of the rota that is unusual. And you see the name Moldan, Moldan, is the guard that changed their shift to do that.
Ooh. Okay, I'm definitely gonna. I think I'm gonna pocket all of that, because some of that's useful and some of that's just fun.
Have you taken Stories of the Underdark book?
Yeah, listen, if that absolute queen recommended it, absolutely, I'm reading it.
You can tell there's a bit of propaganda in there about the Underdark and how all the creatures are bad, but actually they're very well written stories and they're very entertaining.
Fully believe the Underdark is a very bad place. This is very persuasive.
It is.
I will share, however, that I found the rotas and particularly Moldan's shift swap. I'm not going to tell them about the wills, though. I'm just going to keep them.
Cool. No worries.
Okay.
For no reason in particular.
What were the names of the twins again, real quick?
Wendell and Sax.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that explains this barracks then. But
Ooh, actually, Vaughn's around, isn't he?
oh
Morning, dear.
Yes, Mrs. Bibblebubble, and he's been outside, like trying to keep an eye on all of you because you've split up, and like his job is to watch all of you. And so he just leans around the doorway. Yes, well, how can I help?
Do you know of a wee lad called Moldan?
Oh, yes, he's one of the guards that's stationed here. He's like bald and he's got a little chin beard. Like he can't grow a full mustache,
no.
so he just has the chin bit.
Oh,
He's
now I feel
very
sad
nice.
about him.
wait, does Vaughn have any facial hair? That's a weird dig.
Vaughn has a full beard. Yeah. He's
Oh
got-
man, elitist.
Ooh,
Oh, you get the impression like he's just being factual, like he can't,
Yeah.
like he just knows enough about that person to know, like he will know all these guards personally in some way.
Right.
Like, he is that sort of individual.
Can you think of any reason why someone in their right minds would want to do a 36-hour shift?
Oh, no, that's like it's a long shit. You're going to be very tired by the end of it. Pretty exhausted. No, I can't think unless you're like doing a favor for someone else, but we don't really allow that. Like it's not good to have too much familiarity. That's why they're not here for too long.
What if the guards here were taken out from the inside? What if this Moldan guy took the shift to really screw things up here? Like it's not they got screwed all right looking around this place.
Oh, no, Molden's lovely. Like he's here because he's like he's from the Underdark and his family are down there, and like he's trying to get work to get them out. And so like no, Molden wouldn't do anything bad.
Oh no.
He was trying to get his family out.
Yes.
What did you say was the name of that guy you found?
Oh, we didn't know his name, but he matches the description.
Right. Yeah, that sounds. Ugh.
Yeah.
But that also sounds like he made a deal with somebody to get his family out.
And it sounds like it went a bit wrong. It's almost like someone didn't read a contract properly before signing it.
I have got to pay that woman back.
Only a fool would like read that, not read that contract and sign it. You've got to read all the small print. You don't get it big print.
Okay. Yeah, I have no time to contract talk. I walk into the first room I see to avoid this contract talk.
As you walk in there,
I always read contracts. I know what I'm talking about. I did not read the contract.
who reads a small print in terms and conditions? Who would do that to a mysterious older gnome lady? You can't. Even I'm kind of Mrs. Bibblebubble. Cool. So far, you go to this door. It is a very simple wooden door. It is not locked. You can open it if you'd like to.
Yeah, I just open it up. What's in there?
Cool. Thanks, Jay.
Oh,
So you open the door. You see the muddy footprints that have come through the window at the end of this hallway have gone into this room. They go between the beds, and then they come back out again.
okay.
And yeah, you can see two what look like bodies underneath two bed sheets. And there's a chest at the end of the bed and a bedside table with little bits and pieces on it. It's a very simple room.
Well, as a position of sorts, I'm gonna have a quick look at one of these bodies just to tell how long they've been dead.
Yeah, cool. You make a medicine check.
Yeah. Medicine check. That's 11.
Cool, it's a DC 10. So that's...
Thank God for that.
So as you look over, like you pull this sheet back of one of these, it's just a bed sheet that's been laid over them that is drenched in blood. They are obviously dead, multiple stab wounds, and you see some of the black ichor that you have seen elsewhere on these, and they look gaunt and aged. But there are multiple stab wounds. Again, you can tell, different reasons for Mrs. Bumble, but you know that there's too many stab wounds here. Like it is inefficient to do this many stab wounds. It's almost enjoyment and viciousness to do this.
Yeah, totally.
but
So it
yeah,
seems like
probably
Muddy Prince
maybe a
came
couple
in.
of hours.
So it would have been in bed, yeah. So, like, judging from the footprints I've seen, that Muddy Prince came in, killed these guys in their sleep. In fact, I go outside and say, guys, I found something over here.
Okay,
Like,
what have you
in this
found?
description.
Around.
Whee!
Looks like our friend Muddy Prince here definitely took out the garbage man. There's 2 dead bodies in there. Looks like they didn't even wake up.
Oh no, that's just bad play.
But what's really bad play is that this person, like, you can kill a guy in his sleep with one quick across the neck. This person really went to town.
It's like the ones out the back then. Are we thinking this might be Cousin Senka if he's a bit of a stab happy bastard?
Yeah,
Mom
this
did
seemed like a
mention they
stinker,
were
actually.
stabby.
All right. Well, in that case, in our first trick is to figure out where the footprints go to. We know that they obviously came here and killed these people, but we can't leave that thing in the stables. But at least we have a track to go on. What do you think?
Sorry, GM, just to clarify, how many people should be in this area?
8.
8, 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, have we pulled back the covers on these dudes?
On
Yeah, I
one
look at them.
and they are a drow.
Can I pull back the cover on the other?
Also a drow.
Do they have any like familial resemblance?
No, don't look the same.
But that's
There's
threw me back to
another
bed.
room
Cover
here.
up.
Are we going to check all these rooms then? Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, I want to check the room next to this one.
Cool. Otherwise, Mrs. Bibble Bobble, what you do get is Vaughn just leaves out. Maybe we just put like an extra person on shift and someone miscounted. Maybe there's actually 9 and not 8. I don't know.
I'm gonna go back through the rotas and check. Your bookkeeping is a mess.
Yeah.
Maybe someone misread their notes.
Oh, no, actually, I've got a wee squiggle down here, tiny wee squiggle that says +1.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 8. I'm pretty sure I said 8, and then I have counted as you counted. Oh shit,
Yeah.
9.
Because we were getting like secret extra.
Yeah.
person.
Oh.
That's my fault. Kingsman, whilst they're all searching inside, another bang at the door, but the bar holds strong at the moment. Anything you'd like to do while you're outside and the others are having a nice time inside?
I'm going to get a little bit closer to the stables because these 2 bodies, I've been watching them, and I noticed that they're the guy's left his sword on the floor because he's dead. And I'm sure I can hear the wood of this bar creaking. So what I'm going to attempt to do is pick up that sword and see if I can wedge it in between. So there'd be like a metal bracket holding their wooden thing. And I want to wedge it in to reinforce that wood with steel.
Cool. Yeah, there are 2. The bar is on because it's so long. There are like metal hooks to hang the bar on, like all the way along it. That is a long sword. You could absolutely get that in between in order to strengthen that if you would like to.
Okay.
Nice.
So as I do that as quietly as I can, and once that fits in place, I will then back up
Cool.
to where I was.
And as you put it on, the doors do bang, and they bang really hard as multiple bodies from the other side clearly are trying to get out.
So it's not like one bang, it's pom pom pom.
Oh, it's lots of things.
Yeah, and the doors open just enough for you to see pale skin, jagged teeth, and this long tongue that comes out. And an arm tries to reach through, but it can't quite get open enough because you put the sword in there. And you just hear the word food, food. Repeatedly.
Well, I was going with zombies, but now it's something else which I don't like. So I'm gonna go round to the back because there is that pile of hay. So I'm gonna get that hay and start putting it up in front of the door, and I'm gonna, when everyone else is back, I'm gonna set it on fire.
Cool. And you would also see as it opened, like you can tell that this is a wooden framed building. You know, it's built with wooden frames, and then the stone is put around it. So absolutely would be a very flammable building if you chose to go that route.
Cool. I don't have anything else I could potentially use. So,
there are torches hanging off of.
I see that on the side of the stables and around the place. I see those. That's what I'm planning to use. But I'm going to build up as much as I can. There's a wheelbarrow, so I will use the wheelbarrow and the fork. Stick the hay into the wheelbarrow, take it round, blah, 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 blah. And then when I've done that, I'm going to put the wheelbarrow there, wedge it into the door, find some bricks so that the wheelbarrow can't move. And again, I'm just going to wait.
Find some bricks laying around.
Yep. There's already stone slabs. I'll use the fork to dig up some stone slabs.
Cool. Yeah.
Put them around.
You've got history of doing that. That's fine.
Yep. Exactly. There. That's done. So I'm going to reinforce those doors as much as possible. But
cool. Yeah, you're able to do that, and you're pretty confident that whatever's inside there is not strong enough to get through what you've now done to it.
Cool.
For now, anyway. But cool. So back inside, Mrs. Bemble-Bomble, you're in the room with the dead bodies and the chests and the bedside tables. Neshka, you're going to the second room on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool. You open the door, and it is almost like an exact duplicate of that room. 2 beds, 2 side tables, 2 chests at the end of the bed. Nothing in the beds, though.
Anything in the chests? I'm noticing that these rooms haven't been taken apart like the main one has. So.
Yep. You do see the footprints go in here, but they only get like a couple of feet of the room, and then they go back out again, as though they have seen the beds are empty and come back out. Yeah, but you can look in both the chests. There is like some very simple clothing in there, but nothing of any particular note in the chests. As you go to the chest, what you do notice on one of the bedside tables are 2 like small paintings.
Oh. We'll look at the paintings.
Yep, so they are both clearly a family of drow. There is 3 drow women in each painting. One of them, they're like on the beach, it would appear somewhere, like having a nice time in the bay. And in the other one, they are in caves, probably in the Underdark, you would guess. And you would guess that there's a daughter there, there's a mother, there's a grandmother, and stood in the middle of them is a male drow. And he is bald and has a white chin goatee and clearly cannot grow a mustache.
That's definitely the guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the paintings, and if we can find his family, I can give those back to them.
Cool. Make me a perception check as you do that.
$19.
Very good. Under the pillow to your right, you just see the corner of a bit of paper hanging out from it.
Oh, I'll see what that is too, in case it's something else I can take to them.
Cool. And you pull it out, and this is quite an official document. It has the seal of Drudan on it. It is addressed to the Empress, and it talks of a request for someone's family to be allowed to immigrate from the Underdark to Drudan. That's the first sheet of paper, and it is written. It's signed off by Moldan Dillis, and then there is a second letter, which is a refusal of this request.
Yeah.
And it is signed from the office of the Empress, and it is not the same signature that you saw in your scrolls that you received. You would get the impression that this is just someone in an office somewhere signing on behalf of the Empress, as opposed to her doing it herself.
I am taking those with me, and I will also share them with the group.
Okay. Cool. I guess I get it now. He was trying to get his family out, so he's got a whole family stuck in the Underdark. I guess just by bad luck, he got refused and made some kind of a deal. Assumedly with stabby cousin over here.
One would assume.
But then
Wait.
what would the...
Can I just ask real quick? Did you mention that I smelled food cooking?
Say that again.
Did you mention I smelled food cooking earlier?
No, so you got distracted just by the smell.
Oh, just like, okay, cool. Because I was like,
It's
wait,
quite a
there shouldn't be one
pungent-
here. Who's cooking?
Yeah, no. It's just quite a pungent smell, like a sourdough bread. Is what it
Right.
is. It's a really dark, rich sourdough bread. Is what drow loaf is.
Smells great, actually.
And you rolled a 7, so you got distracted by something. Is basically what happened. And that was
That's
the first
fine. I did the Scooby Doo, like following a walk.
No, definitely. No. It's not freshly baked. It's probably been there for a couple of days, but drow loaf lasts for years. It's absolutely.
Oh man, yeah, don't ruin this bread for me, man.
No, it's nice. It's a very solid loaf. It's very nice.
Solid loaf.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of solid loaves, I'm going to check in this. Actually, are you doing there?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, just to kind of clear the house. Let's check
Yeah,
out
let's
this
clear the house
dining
out, mate.
room.
Looking for solid
Yeah.
loaves.
Doors and corners, dear. Watch your 6.
And you see the footprints from the room you were in, Mrs. Bumble. They lead into this room,
Ooh.
but they do not come out.
Oh,
come out.
okay.
Boy.
I'm gonna get my my little short bow out and just like be fucking ready for anything.
Cool.
If they don't come out, I'm gonna knock on the window to Kingsman.
Okay, are we kicking it in? What are we doing? What's the plan of action?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shalala on my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Well, look, you're long range, right?
What, me?
No, Mrs. Bumble.
Oh, I'm any range you want me to be, dear. I'm not fussy.
Okay. It's a weird way to put it, but all right. I guess I'll go in and you back up if there's anything in there. On
Sure.
3. Okay. So
Okay.
1, 2.
Wait, on 3 or
Yeah.
after 3?
I push the door in.
Always good not to clarify what you're actually going on. But you push this door open, and it swings open and bangs on what you will find out to be a sink. There is no one in this room.
Dodge roll into a fighting stance. Nobody here. Okay.
Yeah, it is empty in here. But what you do notice is there are 2 baths along the far side of the wall in the corners. There are 2 sinks, and there are some buckets. Around the baths, though, are like towels and cloths. One of them is heavily caked in mud and blood, and then thrown inside the bath, as though whatever was in here cleaned its blades and its feet,
Yeah.
or it carried on.
Cousin
Hence why there are no
Stabby tidying
footprints
up.
coming out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start picking up the towels on the floor and muttering, for goodness sake, grown men can't even hang a towel.
You can do that. There are some, like, underneath the sink. There's like some shelves where you can like nice and neatly fold them.
They even got a hamper or anything? My goodness, what is this?
Looks like the trail gets cold here, guys. Maybe we should check on Kingsman and save.
Probably.
I don't know what you're
I
so
will-
worried about. That door looks solid as hell.
I will just clarify: did anyone check the chests in the room with the 2 dead bodies?
I think while Nesca was checking the other room, Mrs. Bemble would have checked, yeah.
That seems like a Bumble thing, yeah.
Roll me an investigation check, please.
That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
Cool. Yeah, just normal stuff in here. Like nothing stands out to you. Like things you would
Cool.
expect. A little bit untidy though. Like not very well and neatly laid out. You know.
Folding the clothes, putting them in a pile. Wash your underwear, dear. Come on.
No worries. Nothing else to find in there.
The
Cool.
muddy footprints didn't go to the chest, right? They just went straight to the bodies.
Yep, only the bodies. Yeah, you see those footprints. They were there for one thing and one purpose only.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have looked in that case.
We should go back out to the boys.
Yeah, let's make sure everything's okay. And I guess it's fine to wander out. I'm gutted about the chest, but it makes sense. Wee.
And there is another building just outside the gates near where we found that,
Oh,
that,
really?
that poor man.
Wait, are the gates locked?
the gates are open. Neshka's been in and out once already.
Let's ask Kingsman first. Like, hey, Kingsman, how are you looking on door watch?
I think whatever's in there is zombies or worse. There's multiple bodies in there. They've been pounding at the door. I managed to reinforce it. I've got some kindling in place, ready for it to go up. I wanted you as backup first before I set it on fire, but don't get too close. We might make them rowdy. When they were trying to break through, I got a glimpse through the gap in the door. These things have pale skin, long tongues, and they can speak. And they said
Also a
food.
teenager.
Yes. So we destroy them now.
It's the only way.
What, teenagers?
Trust me, it's a bad age.
Did you try speaking back to them?
You are welcome to try if you wish, but if they get out, we'll lose our opportunity to burn them.
If they can be communicated with, then I would hate to just burn them straight away.
Then try.
Well, hold on. Can I do some kind of like history check or intelligence check to see if I can figure out what this thing might be from Kingsman's description?
From Kingsman's not very detailed description because he didn't get a good look. You could do a nature check with disadvantage if you would like to.
Yeah, okay.
We'll call it DC 15 to identify this creature.
No, don't call it DC 15. That's worse. Because that's a... Oh, okay, wait for the 16. Second one. God damn it. All right. That's an 8.
Yeah, like you've heard of lots of like teenagers. Sounds like a pretty good shout. To be fair, maybe they're
we should burn the teenagers. Actually, that's
should we be burning teenagers? You know? No, is the answer. By the way, just in case anyone's watching it.
If your teenager is a monster that says food and tries to eat you, you can burn them. I think it's fine.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Do not do that at home. No, you can't. You absolutely can't.
They're right. Cool, man.
Go and burn me then. I've got it. We take away the Wi-Fi. They'll never get out.
Neshka, are you going over to talk to this
Yes,
creature?
I will approach. I will approach the door and first see if I can hear any other speaking from inside.
You hear a bang at the door as they try to push out, and again, you can tell from where you are that there are multiple things here banging it. Go, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. They're not synchronized, basically. They're not doing it at the same time.
Okay.
And they're able to push the doors a little bit so you can see a slither through, and you see this eye looking out at you, and obviously you've got the rest of the description of the pale white skin and this long tongue that tries to weave through, and these sharp jagged teeth that you can just see some of, and this black eye, and you just hear a food.
Okay.
You
What's...
food.
Oh, I'm food. No. I have food. I'm willing to share with you if you wouldn't mind speaking to me.
You food. And the banging on the door as you engage them seems to get even more intense and rapid.
Okay. Yes. So I think you're right. These things want to eat us.
Fabulous. I'm going to knock a fire arrow.
You're happy with me now? You agree that these teenagers are ready to burn?
I was on Team Burn It Down from the start, dearie.
I'm going to walk up to the torch on the left. I'll take it out, and I'll take a few steps back, and I'll just throw it onto the hay in front of the door.
Save your fire arrows, Mrs. Bumble Bumble.
Yeah.
I'm ready just in case.
Yeah, stay ready, locked and loaded. Anything you can do to accelerate this? is welcome. And I'll go back to my original position.
Is there a kind of like, as the doors are being banged, is there like a gap that's visible?
It is very, very narrow.
Okay.
I will tell you now. I'll tell you what cover they would have. I'm pretty sure, 3/4 cover is what they would have. Basically, it would be very difficult for you to hit.
Yeah.
them.
I will. I'll keep it trained on the gap, just watching. If the gap gets any bigger, I'm gonna fire.
Cool. But as you do this, Kingsman, as you light up your very well made little kindling, it does start to set on fire, and you think it's probably going to take an hour for this thing to burn through completely. But eventually it does start to take up the doors and the frames, and you can just hear screeching. Like, it is not screaming, it is just a guttural screech from multiple creatures on the inside. Eventually they'll burn alive, and probably before the doors burn off as well.
Good.
That was very well done, Kingsman. I'll give him a buttered candy.
And unfortunately, Kingsman, you've already got inspiration, so I can't give you inspiration again. For not opening the doors that are clearly bad.
Nice move. All right, well, I think Schaefer, you checked out the tower, so you said there was a little house outside the gate?
Mm-hmm. There was another building out there.
Cool. We can check it out. Those guys aren't going anywhere, and even if they did, they'll be very on fire, so...
Yeah, they're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, they are toasty.
Okay, so Shafe, you've been waiting very patiently by the gates, and you suddenly see the rest of the party come out and join you and start to go through the gates to the guard post that is on the outside. And you're first to the door. What would you like to do?
I'll walk out through the gates and straight in through the door before they have a chance to burn this building down.
Cool. So you open the door.
Just straight up open the door, don't check it.
Just walk in.
Cool. Yeah, you can open the door. Dave, when you finish playing with fire, you take the fog of war off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that we
He's
can
just
see what's in this room.
Passing about.
So you step inside this small building, Shafe, and you see what is clearly some form of waiting area in the first half. There are benches either side of you where people would sit. There's then like a countertop dissecting the room in the middle. Beyond that, you can see a desk and a chair and a bookshelf from where you are at the moment. But if you step further in, you'll obviously see more.
I will walk around to the other side. Is that a book on the counter?
It is a book on the counter, yes.
I shall grab that and see what it is. Is it some sort of visitor's book?
That is exactly what it is. It is visitor book.
Mm.
So I presume it's written in Undercommon or something like that.
Yes, you would find that it is written in Undercommon.
Can I check to see who the last few visitors were?
You can. A lot of it is just guards travelling in and out as though they have gone to the gateway. But you can make a perception or an insight check if you want to spot some patterns or try and notice anything if you leave through the book. So DC 10.
Natural one.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of writing in here, Shade. Like, there's a lot of names.
I mean, I'm literally only looking for two names, and it was Wyndham and Sachs.
You do not see them in there. Even on that one, you don't see them. But I think as you're leafing through, you do remember like you haven't got a name, and it brings that back for you that you haven't got your own actual name still as you're leafing through the book. You do also notice two chests now that you're on the other side as well.
I'll shout to the others. There's some chests in here. Whose turn is it to open them? I can't remember.
Oh, I'll have a wee peek. I'll go for the one in the far corner. I'll check it for traps to start with.
Yeah, you can check for traps.
Is that investigation?
How are you checking for traps? Are you touching it, or are you
Oh.
just looking around it?
I think I'll have a look around. I'll just give it a slight poke with my dagger, just to kind of...
Investigation, then.
Yeah. 19.
This is not a trap chest.
Fabulous. Is it unlocked?
Let me just double check. Yeah, that one is.
Oh, pop it open.
Yeah, inside you just see some more ledgers of like visitor books, a couple of ink pots. Nothing of any particular note in that chest.
It's a very boring chest.
While Mrs. Bumble is doing that, I'll have a look at these papers on the desk over here.
Yeah, and you see their notes of like seizures of items, and again, just writing up like reports of visitors they've had. Not a lot happens at this gateway, and you notice that a lot of the reports are nothing happened again, just like repeatedly the same line of nothing happened. Obviously, nothing happened. No one comes here. We're in the arse end of nowhere. Why would someone come here? This is a really inconvenient place for them to come to. Why would they even come here? Some of the guards have started to lose it a little bit in their notes.
Oh.
We'll have a look at this other chest that's tucked under here as well.
Cool. What are we doing?
I'm
to have
not
a look at this?
I'm just going to try and see if I can open it. I'm not looking for traps on this one.
You find this chest is locked, but there is a keyhole on the front of it.
Okay. I will, in that case, get out my thieves' tools and have a go at doing that. I don't think I've used these yet, so I don't know. Do you know how to do this? How do I do this?
So it is basically, if you're proficient in thieves' tools, you add your
I am.
proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier. You're basically doing a sleight of hand check to make it easier for you.
Okay. That's a natural 20. So with proficiency 24, lots. It's lots.
It was a DC 10.
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, this really isn't a secure lock, considering what you're
It's
about to
already
find in here.
The lock pops open automatically by looking at it.
Yeah, with
Oh.
like little effort, you pop it open, and what you see is this chest is full. It's quite a big chest. It's maybe 5 feet wide, about 3 or 4 feet deep, both ways. Like, this is a big chest that is hidden under this desk, and on the top you can just see what appears to be the back of a cloak, and it is wrapped around something else.
Okay, I won't disturb anything, but I'll call everyone else over to come and have a look. I'm a wee bit nervous about disturbing this without supervision.
That more people to take some damage.
Go, you guys go first.
Would you like me to disturb it?
Oh no, if you would, I mean, I wouldn't say no, dear. Arthritis
I'll
is
walk over and
creeping
pull
in,
the
you
cloak
know.
off.
Cool. As you do pull it off, you realise that it is a very nice cloak, and underneath that, it's like this blue cloak with this golden trim, and over the shoulders there is a detailed green patch on it. Like, it is a very nice cloak. Underneath it, you see a shield, and again, it's a very well made, nice, presentable shield shape, and it has an eye emblazoned on the front of it. And underneath it, you can see more material, what appears to be a stone, and then some sort of periapt of some kind.
So I pull the cloak back. I will just shove that at Mrs. Bumble. Blue's really not my colour. And then I'll reach down and pick the shield up.
Cool. Yeah, you can pick the shield up.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the shield?
Oh, so when you cast Detect Magic, you absolutely can. You cast Detect Magic, and the only place you get a detection is in this chest. Everything, the cloak that Mrs. Bumble has got goes off, the shield goes off, and the other 3 items that are still in the chest all go off as magical in some way.
Oh, nice.
So there's a periapt. There was a stone.
Sorry,
What
what's the
was third
period?
item? It's like a medallion, I think.
Yeah, so it is basically these two golden hands holding like a red vial with a golden chain around it.
We have some artwork, Ross, if you want me to
We
put
do
it
have
up.
some artwork, yes.
Ooh.
I was trying to
Ooh.
fill.
Oh,
That is what you see.
Ooh.
That's the periapt. We don't have an image for the shield because one doesn't exist. But the stone, you can see if anyone looks at it, is like the shape of a cat's head with a gem in one of the eyes.
That's funky.
Hmm.
And the other cloak is green. Yeah, that's the first cloak that you pulled out, and then there's the second one, which is more green with like leaves on it and looks very elvish in its nature.
I like that one.
oh, you know what?
Definitely.
Where's our boy? Where's our boy?
Vaughn.
Yeah.
You're right. What's up? Like, he has been following you, but he's just been very quiet.
He just appeared. He just appeared to go. Ah. Oh, great, good. Hey, could you take a look at this stuff? Any idea what we're dealing with here?
Oh, I mean, I can do one better if you want. And he goes up to the bookshelf and he just pulls off a book and opens it up. And inside it lists everything they've seized, including these items.
Okay. That also works.
I mean, it is written in undercommon, so only Shape could have possibly spotted
there
it
you go.
if he'd have gone to the bookshelf. So you've got the periapt of wound closure. That's pretty good. The sentinel shield, a luck stone, a cloak of elven kind, and a cloak of protection. But they're pretty good, actually. I don't know why we kept them in a chest. But we should have sent them back to the capital. But I'm pretty sure the Empress said you could have some stuff you find. I'll just make a note. And he pulls a quill up on the desk and just starts writing in who has taken these items. That's fine. We just have to book them in and book them out. Got to do the paperwork. Okay.
Well, I guess we got five of us, five items. Should we pass them out?
Yeah. If you would like to know what they do, I can quickly look them up on D&D Beyond and I will tell you what they do. If it helps you decide who's going to have them.
I'm
You
just
mentioned-
taking the sentinel shield.
Yeah. Fun enough, in my notes. So I have got
that
written
seems very
down
much
who
like
these are
what I thought.
ideally for, but I am not going to guide you in that. Like, you have to pick. The shield was absolutely for Shape. It's a special shield for you. So the cloak, the green one is the Cloak of Elven Kind. And while you have the hood up, wisdom checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide. But to pull the hood up or down requires an action.
Oh, it's from the cartoon.
These are all official Wizards of the Coast magic items. I have
Yeah, I'm just thinking of
that.
Diana. Is it Diana? Putting the hood up and vanishing.
The Cloak of Protection, the blue cloak, you gain +1 to your AC and saving throws while you wear that cloak.
Ooh.
The stone, the cat's head, the luck stone, basically you get +1 to your saving throws and all ability checks from memory, because that's one of my favourite magic items.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't put the cursed one in, I just put the normal luck stone in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws, but on all of them.
Okay.
And then the periapt of wound closure. I like this one. It's quite cool. Let me just look it up. I didn't put the descriptions down. So whilst you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that you would also see that actually most of them are like common, uncommon magic items. Like they're not like rare or very rare magic items. Actually, they're quite common or uncommon, but they're pretty cool. I would
Yeah,
say.
They are.
Do you want to know what the Sentinel Shield does, Steve? Have you looked it up?
I've already equipped it.
It's in mine. I don't get.
Shape is on to the next door. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm moving on to the next thing. Well, I will tell everyone else what it does then. So, whilst holding the shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Nice.
And it is a normal shield with a +2 to your AC as well, so you don't lose anything.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
It is very cool, especially the advantage on initiative when I don't have a bonus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Very
easy
handy.
with the stone or the cloak, whichever. I don't mind.
I will point out, Far, you are wearing a cloak. And if
I am
you
wearing a
take your
cloak. I can't double cloak.
displacement off, you can't double cloak.
Yeah, I can't double cloak, so I'm okay with the stone. Never mind.
Mrs. Bemble Bobble, have you got your eye on anything? Or Neshka, have you got your eye on anything?
Neska, dear, have you got anything you like?
I like the look of that cloak of elvenkind.
Sure. Where's Kingsman? He should be in on this. Kingsman, dearie.
Oh yeah,
I'm outside. What's up? I'm watching the barn burn. Making sure nothing comes out.
Kingsman,
You're ripping outside caved in.
Do you think that Kingsman could probably benefit from a lovely necklace that lets him stay up for
Heal
longer?
my wounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want Nexus to stay up for longer, Kingsman? That's the question.
Yes.
I'll
Stay up for longer.
in that case, I'll take the
What are you laughing at, guys? I'm just asking.
If Neska's having the cloak of elvenkind, I'll take the cloak of protection, and I'll toddle out, and I'll just go and like, dear, you're gonna have to bend down a wee bit and put the necklace onto Kingsman.
Cool. You can add those magic items to your inventory. You can't attune to them yet because you haven't done like a period of rest. But fun enough, you might be going somewhere in a minute. Shafe, have you still got the logbook of visitors?
Yes, I have. I was taking that back for Bellalia because she may be able to spot some patterns that I've missed.
Look, I'm here. I can have a look if you want.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Vaughan. Yeah, of course.
Everyone was looks at Bellalia like they totally overlook me all the time. Like I'm not even here. Like I'm invisible.
I was like, God, stop doing that.
Suddenly it crops up every now and then.
He hasn't moved, but it's still weird.
Cool. Let's see if we can help him with this. He does have a +7 to perception. God, I thought it was in that one for a second then. It wasn't. It was 11. Cool. Yeah, so he looks through it and he will point out to you, Shaith, a couple of bits that are unusual because you're the only one that can also read the text that is in here. And he points out to you the fact that the name Tebrin Mayet, the Willmaker, is in here a lot.
Okay.
Like way more than it needs to be to come and write some wills. You probably would have a couple of visits, but he's in here almost like every week talking to someone.
Tebrin Mayer.
The Willmaker. That's his purpose of visiting his Willmaker. And he's got an address in Ilanthea.
Is that by any chance the village that's an hour away?
Are you asking Vaughan that?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes, like Ilanthea's just down the road. It's like quite near. It's where we get most of our guards for here. They like rotate in and out. So yeah, that's just down the road. Tebrin's a really nice guy as well.
Did you check out the other building?
Which other building?
Sorry, that was a question for the party.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
We've
did.
We've cleared this area.
Yeah, just to give you kind of a rundown, Far found a load of drow bread. Mrs. Bemble found a book club book, a recipe, and 7 legal wills that she didn't tell anyone about.
Okay.
Oh, and like a whole rota and about shifts and things.
Okay. So, so having cleared all of this area out, seems sensible to move on to the village, I guess.
I think we
Unless
found
there's something else we
some-
wanted to check.
I think we found
No,
some answers here.
Kingsman handled the whatever those creatures were in the thing. Wow, that barn is on fire. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I didn't
the
look
roof
at
is
it
just
yet.
caved in.
You didn't see my fire, yeah. I've been stoking that fire for a while, so you know.
It's changed. It's gotten more on fire.
Wow.
It's weirdly like more
Not
on fire than it
searching
should
that
be for the
building.
amount of wood that was there. Like, there wasn't that much wood.
Most
It's
of
all
it
the
was
extra
stone,
hay I
weren't
was
it?
putting around it.
Yeah.
Just pointing back for shaming. Oh yeah, Kingsman handled it. And it's just like a inferno behind us. Probably should not come back here though after this.
There's lots of smoke going up in the air.
Have they stopped screaming now?
Oh, there is no sound coming from that bar at all. other than the crackle of fire.
Did I hear there was teenagers inside there?
No, there wasn't.
Yes.
No.
Teenage monsters, maybe.
They were hungry teenage monsters.
Yeah, they were
Like,
TNT.
food. Feed me. Can't open a pack of crisps and make toast on my own. Can you do
We
it?
appreciate teenagers as well as older people. Like, we include everyone.
Oh yeah, no,
No, we
we
don't.
love teenagers here.
We still love to set them on fire.
I was a teenager once, actually. I know it's my secret shame, but it's true.
Please don't
There
encourage
are
the
no
others to
badger
set things on fire
teenagers.
again.
They're not allowed.
I feel like Ross
Okay.
definitely wants to be away from the teenagers bit.
Yeah. If we could not encourage the others to set things on fire, that would be good. Just, I
But if
ever
you
think
do,
I'd never have to say that.
Use water to put them out.
No, just don't set them on fire. Cool.
Just a little
So,
bit of water.
You have got. We need to move on so quickly. You have got a little bit of information about the Willmaker, Tebran Mayet. You have got some information about maybe Moldan was trying to get his family out, and clearly the dead guard was making some deals that didn't go quite right. What would you like to do as a party?
I think
I think the village is our next stop.
Yeah, Shafe mentioned a village nearby. We should head to that. Oh, wait. Do you guys... So Moldan is definitely at fault here, right? But it feels kind of sad to not bury him or something.
Right, no, okay. So I don't know if he's at fault. You
was
do what you
definitely
do for your
betrayed.
family.
Yeah, it feels like he definitely betrayed these guys. mean-
But also, he is a sticky black mess that we should not touch.
Wait, what?
Oh, it was all bleh, and then and,
Oh, you know what? I saw that on their bodies. I think it must be knife poison. Stab cousin must use knife poison. I can't keep calling him Stabby cousin. I know he's got a name.
it's an apt descriptor.
They are called Senka.
Okay, Senka. Senka, the Stabby cousin.
Mhm.
Must use some kind of poison knife. But that's something we can worry about later on. I guess technically we'd have to bury everyone here, and I don't know. I don't
We
want to.
could throw him in the pyre.
That's
I'm just going to interrupt you a little bit. I'm going to call it. We'll get more troops into Soteza. You don't need to
oh, they'll
worry
bury
about
them.
burying
Oh,
people.
awesome, great.
We'll do that. We'll put
Problem
them in a
solved.
present.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
we
want to
should-
just throw
I'm
them
just
in the
gonna
burning building if that's not what the crowd do.
Yeah, not for
pull
teenagers.
far down. I'm going to pull far down a little bit to sort of whisper. Listen, the less you touch them, the less fingerprints you leave.
You're a terrifying old lady. You know that, right?
Oh, and I'll just slip a little butter candy into his pocket.
I want to roll again so bad.
Don't you owe her money?
Yeah, like I said, terrifying. We should
And he's
move
just
on.
taking a sweet from her as well.
I didn't take the sweet. She put it in my pocket. That's entrapment.
Seems like you took
Is it
it to
bad
me.
to take the sweet? Because I did
It
that.
won't hold up in a court of law.
I've never seen sweet for my life, officer.
Cool. So you are heading to the small town of
Yeah, let's
Ilan.
get to the town.
So you will walk for an hour. You can all attune to your magical items that you've just picked up.
Hey.
And you are just walking. Assume you're not running and you're just walking at a normal pace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shaith, are you running ahead? I have to check with you.
I don't have to attune to anything, so
You just let a little jog on. Cool.
Isn't it shield magic?
yeah, don't need to attune it to it though.
Oh, sweet.
And then as you walk towards the town, with the barracks behind you, the smoke of the flame billowing up in the sky,
That's
Vaughn
probably
gets-
fine.
Vaughn gets on his sending stone again and sends a message to Belalia just describing what has just happened and probably just to send some people to clean up Kingsman's mess. And then you come to a small town after about an hour, the town of Inanthea, that is eerily quiet and silent with no signs of life.
Hmm.
And we'll pick up next session what you find when you get there. And that's where we'll end tonight. Slightly earlier than normal, but it's a good point to stop.
It's all good. That
before
was
you
good.
get into trouble.
You weren't handing out items because we weren't going to need them.
I'm just pretty nice, Steve, and I just give out magical items. That's the only reason I do it. That's the only reason you get level up.
Good. Good.
It's all just coincidence.
There might be some strategic thinking for next session, I think.
We always think strategically. The fire barn plan was really solid.
I will say
It's
that
still burning.
so inside the barn, I will tell you and everyone who is watching, whoever is, that that was ghasts and ghouls. There were like 6 ghouls in there, 2 ghasts. And they, for anyone that doesn't know, can paralyze you when they scratch you. So they are very dangerous. But most of you seem to get the warning signs.
I was expecting something beastly or
zombies.
zombies.
I thought it was like a big monstery thing. But then when you like multiple bangs, zombies were on my mind.
Yeah, it was the tongue, and I was like, oh, that's a step up from zombie. But it was I did think that the guy who was vomiting up the black stuff. Then I was thinking, oh, is the black stuff the stuff that's don't get it on you kind of thing. It was
that'll sort of turn you.
Yeah.
What was the black oil in X-Files? That was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, hey, if at any point you want to touch or ingest some of the black ichor, you'll absolutely find out what it does and what it is.
Oh, we should do something
the
like
other thing it reminds me of is the goo from the abomination, from the aliens. The abominations.
Oh yeah, the
Oh yeah. So all bad, basically. Everything bad, we shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I mean, people have vomited it up. It's in stab wounds. I would suggest that's not a good thing. Generally, that's not good. And then they suddenly age. It's not good. But who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it's actually really good for you. You don't know.
Yeah, I bet Moldan's having a great time.
Yeah, you don't know for sure. Like, you don't know 100%.
I mean, we do. He's super dead.
Or is he? Clearly, I was wrong, and setting the barn on fire was the right thing to do. And here we are approaching a town that's eerily quiet.
Yeah.
Let's put it on fire.
Set it on fire.
Probably full of teenagers.
Well, they know we're coming
Oh,
now.
no.
No, we need to end that, Dave. We're talking about teenagers again. We've got to end. We can't go into that again.
Right. Bye. Are you pushing the button, Steve, or am I?
I'm pushing the button. I'm pushing.
Bye.